again, because I think I'm just gonna always say Eden now, unless.
All right, that's fine by me, man.
8HWW.
HHWW.
8H.
88HWW.
No, 8H.
8H.
Number 8. H is in Howard.
Whirlwind.
JL93.
JL93.
Thank you, Wine in a Cup and Farkosh for the resubscriptions. Welcome back.
All right. Welcome back, Brolar.
Right.
He says, raise those dongers 2 months in a row. Cypherx 15 months.
Whatever happened to dongers, really?
Dude, I think because we're on the older side as far as like Twitch demographics go, for us, dongers feels like it was last year. But if you were like 12 when Raise Your Dongers was huge, you're like 15 now. You're like, I was a boy when Raise Your Dongers was popular, and now I'm a man. DAE, remember Raise Your Dongers?
Dongers
Maybe
was
we
our
could just
jam
bring it
for like
back.
a year.
I mean,
Let's
people,
bring it back.
it's in my natural vocabulary. You know, on a bi-daily use, I would say. So it still gets
Now,
used. It's just not
like
as popular.
Shrek for me, basically.
I'm still
It's
stuck
just
on that boy.
Pervasive. Yeah, me too. I love that boy.
Is bi-daily twice a day or once every 2 days?
Every other day. Is what I was
Every
going
other
for.
day,
That's
okay.
what I was, trying to say.
I thought well, what's semi-daily then?
That'd be like maybe every other day, but you can skip one because it's like semi. You know,
I
like if
fucking
you're just not
hate the
feeling it
English
1 week.
language.
I feel like it would be the other way around.
Other way.
Like, bi-daily be 2 times a day, semi-daily's every other day.
To be honest with you, the English language needs like a refactoring.
Yeah,
Like,
let's start it
people-
over.
Should
People
rebalance
need to
it.
go in, take like, it's gonna be a big project, take a few years, lots of like well-trained, well-paid staff, and just be like, why do we have 9 words that mean the same shit? Just get rid of 8 of them,
They
and
just
we're
need
good
a
to go.
patch. They just need to patch the English language. Be like, yo, we're
English
just gonna.
2.0.
This is how it goes.
Wait.
These are the changes we made. We updated it. Like, here you go. Roll it out.
We
Take
got
it
rid
in the
of
other
words.
direction. Be like the Inuit and have 296 ways to say snow.
You know what?
What?
All I need is 12 inches of snow. What is...
I hate snow.
What?
What's that album called? What, you guys know. You know, Canadian rapper Snow of Informer fame.
You want 12 of his inches?
His debut album is called like 10 Inches of Snow or something like that.
He should be so fortunate.
Sinvicta said it the other day, and I laughed for like probably 2.5 hours. I wasn't doing much else.
12 inches of snow and gale force winds.
It's
From the
12
Young
inches
Breezies.
of snow. Why do they have to be Young Breezies, man?
I
That
don't
just
know.
makes it sound
I like
worse.
saying young stuff because YUNG.
Yeah,
Young Venus.
every rapper is young now, right?
I like Lil.
Young Jeezy,
I like Lil.
Young Weezy. Lil.
He's out me
Like
for the
Lil
9
Wayne.
months in a row.
So like Lil Breezy.
A little breezy. Yeah. Thank you for
It kind of rolls off the
27
tongue
months.
better as well.
I know. It's just short and sweet and smooth. I like it.
All right, now it's getting uncomfortable. But if you start describing any more of how it tastes, I'm going to be very unhappy. Orange Cat. Thank you for the subscription. Hold up, I got to get a
I
different
thought I was
tab
being
added.
very clever when I made the Mighty Joe Young Venus poster.
You made that!
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't have linked
Thank
it to
you
you
for
if I didn't.
27
You don't link me
months
to
in a
things
row,
that you don't
man.
make? What
Thank
about
you
all
for
those
King. That's
gummy
All the
Coke
Gummy
bottle
Coke bottles
videos
are
you've been linking me to
original
lately? Can you explain? Okay, so we sort of talked about this during Dead by Daylight, but I was occupied with hiding and/or seeking.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain to me and the Cobalt what this obsession is that you've been
I got way into
partaking
Gummy
in?
Coke bottles lately.
Into what?
Well, what is
you ever heard
what
of
is a
those?
Gummy Coke bottle?
A gummy Coke? Is that like a Nuka-Cola?
No, it's so people have come up with this technique where they basically fill a soda bottle with gelatin, mix it up with the Coke, and then put it back in as a mold. And then they cut away the bottle, and you're left with a Jello mold of a Coke bottle, which you then move the label and the cap over to, and it looks exactly like a Coke bottle.
Is it like a prank or
Do you
something? Where
eat
you're
it?
like, hey, do you want a Coke? And then you give it to
No.
someone, and they're like real slippery.
No, everybody can tell right away that it's made of Jello. I think all you're supposed to do is make a YouTube thumbnail out of it and try to cut into it, and then you make like a ton of money for some reason.
You go like, oh.
Yeah,
When you're
well, you
cutting
gotta
it?
make a face like as if you could never imagine why this exists, or that you're in physical pain for some reason.
Either or will
I
work.
don't. It's slippery. Sprite Jello was good. I don't know. Is it a taste thing? I'm not like against
No, I
it.
heard
I
it
just
tastes
don't
kind of bad.
understand. It tastes bad?
Thank you,
Like it's not very
Centurion,
sweet
for
because of the
19
gelatin
months
unless
in
you
a
add
row.
extra sugar, which I wouldn't want to do. So
One
it's
of the
just
best
sort of like a
mods in the
novelty.
channel. Thank you so much, and Mr. Glovebox 9 months.
How much time would you say
Let us
this
name
week
our baby.
dedicated to researching this phenomenon?
Like a couple hours. at least.
Chipanaku.
So you're like the Aaron Brockovich of the gummy Coke.
Well, every
syndicate.
night on my Discord, I would start linking like a dozen or more pictures to my chat, and
Okay.
they were into it, and they would not
Into
stop
the
telling
Coke
me how much
bottles.
they wanted more.
They
Well, all
liked it.
kinds of things. We did Coke bottles, we did Sprite bottles, we did Mountain Dew bottles, we did Powerade bottles. They've made Gummy everything.
Did you lay like plastic sheets over your table to do this, like a science experiment, and you just went ham?
Wait, did you make them or?
No, I haven't made it.
Oh, you
I've
ju-
just
okay,
been really-
I
I'm
thought
an
you were making
enthusiast
these
right
things.
now.
I was
I'm just an
like,
enthusiast.
Thank
I
you,
expect.
by the way.
I was like picturing Nick in like plastic gloves up to his arms, like blue, like mad scientist, making these things.
That's gonna be me in a few months, but right now I'm still researching and getting my feet wet with it.
Nick's making some Powerade gummy bottles while like Crystal Blue Persuasion plays and there's a Breaking Bad montage. going on.
Man, you are omnipotent and clairvoyant because that is absolutely the scene I want to set.
I feel like that Nick could be a good Jesse Pinkman in that situation. Like he could pull it
I can
off.
see that.
No, they say I'm Badger.
Badger.
You're Badger? That's an insult, man. You
That's-
shouldn't take that.
He's so lanky though. He's like a whole.
Well,
it looks
yeah,
like a hulking
Badger's a bit
beast.
more solid.
What do you mean he's a bit more solid?
He's
Like, oh,
stocky,
he's
isn't
bulkier. I see what you're saying. Okay, but
The
like,
voice
Trying
is
to
off.
insult him, he's bulkier than me.
He's got a very
But
like
he's actually,
raspy
like-
voice.
he's an idiot as well. On the
Yeah.
show. Like
Oh, I'm an idiot too.
you're not an idiot in
No.
the same way Badger's an idiot.
Oh,
What was the other? The other guy's name is Skinny Pete or Sneaky Pete.
Skinny Pete.
Marius Vlog.
Thank you, unholy.
It is Skinny Pete. Okay,
9 months.
I thought so.
Could I be Sneaky Pete instead?
We're gonna name
Well,
our
this
baby
is-
Sneaky Pete. Unholy.
I've
Sneaky
got so
Pete.
many things related to Pete in my memory somehow. Like Skinny Pete is from Breaking Bad. There's a restaurant in Belleville, Ontario called Sneaky Pete's. I got pizza rolls there when I was like 12 and I threw
Pizza
up.
rolls.
At a like
my-
a legit place. Like
Well,
they
I
weren't
mean, it
not
was
the
like-
Tostitos pizza rolls or Totino's ones.
I would not be surprised if basically they just had pizza rolls on the menu, but then they went back and like popped them in their toaster oven.
I like
Just
that
put 'em
little
in the
accent
oven.
you put on that when you said
Tostitos.
Tostitos. Like you went a little hard on the Tostitos.
I mean, you got to sometimes. It makes you feel good.
Absolutely right.
And then Easy Pete is from Fallout New Vegas. Dude, Sneaky Pete's is so bad. I think it's a chain restaurant. I'm glad
Oh,
other
no.
people have. I'm
Apparently
glad
a
other
shitty
people
one.
have some relationship with this.
They're
I went with
buying
my
pizza
grandparents.
rolls.
I got pizza rolls. I was like, these sound awesome. And then I threw up. And I blamed the restaurant.
I
So
threw
I've
up
never
as
been
well
able
before.
to eat.
No, it might
What
just
would
be
you
the
get?
pizza rolls, man. I bought pizza rolls and made them, and I was watching The Labyrinth when I was like a little kid. This like traumatized me. Like pizza rolls kind of made me sick to my stomach thinking about eating them because I was puking so bad from them. And
Hello?
I ate like 6 of them. Hello?
Okay. No,
Yeah,
I
you're
said,
good.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, and I ate 6 of them, and I just went and like started puking up the whole night while watching The Labyrinth. And I can't even watch The Labyrinth without getting nauseous either.
The Labyrinth makes
Yeah.
you want to
Pizza
throw up.
rolls have tainted the labyrinth for you for life.
And themselves as well.
It's really striking that both of us independently have a story about vomiting eating pizza rolls.
Yeah.
How many foods have made you throw up in your whole life? Because for me, I think it's actually 2.
It's hot dogs
Ranch,
for me.
cheesecake, pizza
Okay,
rolls.
well, the self-inflicted,
Um,
I don't think necessarily counts. Like when you chug ranch for like a charity donation, I'm not sure if it counts.
That was just for 5,000 follows.
Sounds like a
That
Twitch
was-
streamer, Chug Ranch.
That was so long ago. It is horrible.
I've told you my hot
Alex,
dog
thank you.
story, right?
Maybe pizza. I think's made me throw before. I think I had some bad
What?
pizza before. Yeah.
Well, Nick, I don't know if Cobalt's heard your hot dog story.
All right. So it was the middle of winter, and I went over to my friend's house, and we were drinking a bit, and we were getting real stupid. And he boiled up this huge pot of hot dogs because there's a lot of people there, and he just
That
wanted to have
sentence
like
in and of itself, by the way, is magical.
he wanted to have a shitload of hot dogs for everybody. We were just like fisting them out right out of the cauldron, so to speak. And I had a lot of hot dogs, like way more hot dogs than a drunk person should ever have had. And what ended up happening was I thought I was good. I started to get a little drowsy, fell asleep, and it was a cabin out in the woods, right? So there wasn't really normal heating. We had like a little stove you got to keep lit. And of course, everybody was passed out, so the stove went out. It got real fucking cold. And I woke up in the middle of the night and just basically rolled over off the couch and just threw up all over the floor.
Nice.
Now, that's awful in and of itself. But then it goes to another level because I was so drunk I didn't know how to clean it up properly. I went and got some paper towels and I grabbed a bunch of them, kind of like wicked up as much as I could.
Wicked? I like that word.
Yeah.
like you use the conductive properties of the paper towels to suck up the moisture.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
And I was not in my right mind, obviously, and I ended up tossing it in what I thought to be a trash can, but what turned out to be where he stored his cereal. Like, they had bulk cereal.
What?
It was just this big, it was a tin bin, man. It looked exactly like a trash can, but he had food stuff in it. And I didn't know because I was too fucking drunk to tell what was going on. So the rest of the vomit basically froze into the wood floor. And then after I woke up, I had to try and scrape it out of the wood floor between the cracks.
Oh,
Swordhead and Beast, thank you for the subscription.
I was really sick for the next day. That was the worst I've ever been drunk.
I've heard the story about the hot dog freezing into the floor before, but not the extra nuance. This is like a director's cut. Where
yeah, I'm giving you the
bonus features.
Where you kept this. Do you remember what kind of cereal it was?
I think it was just like oat, like grain stuff. I don't know.
It really seems like the kind of person who would keep their cereal in a tin bin in a cabin in the woods would be eating oat grain.
I shucked it myself from my February harvest.
Look,
yeah, basically.
It's all a bit hazy to me. I'm just operating on what I believe to be the memories that I've reconstructed from that night. Anyway, it was a wild time. I threw up like 50 times the next day. I was so dehydrated. It was awful.
I've peed in my shower before because I was slept. I wanted to go to the bathroom, so I sleepwalked, I guess. Sleptwalked? I don't know what the proper... I was sleepwalking. And, yeah, I just peed in the shower because I thought it was the toilet, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, not like while I was taking a shower, I was just like, oh, there's just drain right here.
Jesus, imagine how bad it would have been if you had to take a shit.
Oh, man. I think you had to be
you
a little
gotta
more...
mash it down with your feet.
Thank God you only had to urinate.
That's like a packing a sausage or something. That's so gross.
I want to say also before we move on from this topic that I'm not proud of the story I just told you. I'm telling it for the sake of comedic value, and that was my lowest point of ever drinking, and I've never gone to that point again. Nor do I ever intend to.
There's something humanizing about it, I think, which is why, you know, when people drink, like, these stories of, like, what's the biggest piece of shit you've ever been always come out. Because it's like, hey, like, when Julius Caesar would come back from a triumph, he'd have, like, people whispering in his ear, you know, don't forget you're mortal. That's exactly what we got going on here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want this to come across like I'm being like, oh, yeah, man, I was so drunk, it was the coolest shit. No, I was not proud of that day.
Yeah.
It's not a good time, and it was gross as fuck, and I agree with you saying it's gross.
I got really drunk once and made my laser tag team lose a bunch of games.
Not nearly on the same
so
level.
benign.
I was puking in the bathroom at Laser Quest.
All right, that's pretty bad.
And the guy, like, somebody came in, they were just listening to me, and they were like, "It's a little early for that." And I was just like, "Yep." It was like 8 in the morning, and we had to play laser tag all day. It was a tournament.
8 in the morning?
Yeah,
Damn,
it was the NAC, which was the national ones, where we had teams of 9, and there was like teams from all over the country there. And yeah, and I was supposed to be one of the better players on the team, and I ran out after the first game and just vomited in the toilet for like 10 minutes. So they're like, "Oh, you're doing
I expected
okay?"
it to be like, you know, 2 p.m. or something. It was 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning.
We have to get those games
It was like the
in.
Nationals.
Yeah.
This
We went
story has
hard.
more nuance than I expected.
I'm a beast at laser tag. Ask Richard or Zeke. We went and played for my 30th birthday. I still got it, man. I almost died from a heart attack, but
Oh, shit.
I won
do you
by
have
a
to do
landslide.
What's your opinion on like those YouTube videos where they show like people 1 versus 1ing in laser tag, and it's basically just like they're like bending their body at the spine.
That's me.
You're the one
You're a
doing it.
spine
I can do
bender.
that shit, yeah. I'm a spine bender. That's probably exactly how I play. They make fun of me, but I win, so like, how can you make fun of me when I crush everybody?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily like meant to be an insult, but it's just like when you're a kid and you're like, what's your dream? Like, who? If you had to picture the man in the world who's best at laser tag, who would it be? And it's always like a dude who's dressed up in like full camo with like a long-barreled laser sniper rifle, just like
it's the
picking
dude from
people off.
Tron.
Yeah,
No, man.
it is like a cyber warrior.
You
Then
want to wear
watch,
all
like,
black.
You
You
watch
wear all
like
black.
world's #1 laser tag player, and it's just kind of a dude who's like bending over weirdly to obscure his sensor, and then like trying to push the gun into the other dude's chest.
Fucking
like,
Tron Man is like throwing his boomerang around and deflecting the lasers at his own team, like off them to the other team because he's
Yeah.
so good at this.
Dude, why don't they have like laser
You guys know
tag?
more about this than I would have given you credit for initially.
Laser tag's awesome, man.
Laser tag
I
was
worked
like,
there for like 9 years, so
oh my lord, no wonder you were so good at it.
yeah. But I
Yeah, I
played
didn't
for
know
like
that part.
3 years before I worked there. So
Holy shit.
and I was
Wait a
the
minute.
top member at the time, like the whole time. I was the best player in my whole city. I was probably second best in the state.
Was there anybody
This
like
goes
that
deep.
worked at the Laser Quest that like did not like laser tag? They were just there for the money.
All the managers. I loved going in like the
Figures.
employee games with them and just chasing them around and laughing as I just fucking got all my points off of them. You can only shoot
Only
somebody
laser
99
tag for the
times,
money.
but if you shoot someone more than 99 times, the points roll. So I try to get as close to 99 as I can without losing the points.
Because not because it's an actual mechanic, but because the laser tag system was
The
built
system-
in like 1980 or
It's-
something.
It's the
right?
same system. When I went there for my 30th birthday, they were running like this like same DOS shit. Like they didn't even have flat monitors still. The big
Oh,
bulky.
man. That's
I was
People like that made us afraid of the Y2K bug, man.
they're based out of Canada.
Oh,
saying.
you shouldn't have said that.
Dude, here's
Laser
the thing
Quest.
with laser tag. Like when I was a kid, I was always excited about it, and then when I got to be like 16, I was like, I could just drive to laser tag with my friends. We could play it. And then they're like, well, it's gonna be like, $15 for 15 minutes of laser tag. I'm like, that's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
It's
8 or
far too
9. They
expensive.
keep increasing the price, and I'm like, well, that's great, but at least update your stuff if you're gonna do that. You know, they replace the parts, but it's all the same equipment. They just like, I mean, instead of like pure black vests, they had like some see-through stuff where you could like see all the parts and stuff. I'm like, okay, really? Get
parts
Was it
of
at
the
least
vest, right?
blacklight reactive?
Not the parts of your body. It's not like you put it on and then you can see like their rib cage.
no. That'd
Okay.
be like, I think illegal because you would need
Look,
radiation.
It'd be like titties at midnight.
It would have started a definitely,
titties
a
in
different
the-
kind of conversation. I'll give you that.
You
I'd
know
be
what
asking
titties
some
at
different
midnight?
questions. See what at midnight?
Titties at midnight.
Titties at midnight?
That's when it's 12 o'clock and you look at tits.
Oh, I thought it was
What
like
up?
a special event or a parade or
Please
something.
continue to explain to me. Just tell me more freeform about titties at midnight.
It's just an expression of glee when everything's going right and you get to see some titties at midnight.
Is this like a meme you just made up or something?
Yeah, it is.
I'm scared.
Thanks for the resub, Maya and Carnith.
This is not something we want to take to Twitter.
Two titties at midnight.
That could start a very bad trend, Nick.
No, doubt it.
Chat,
I've got a chaos
have you ever
card.
heard of titties at midnight? I've never heard of titties at midnight. I've heard of Dexy's Midnight Runners, but this is ridiculous. You know what this is? This is Dexy's Midnight Memers with Runkly Smile.
It's so hot in here that I thought I wasn't going to be able to do the show, but I'm glad I stuck around. I'm just going to sweat my balls off and have a good time.
I think if you lose enough hydration, we could get some delirium, and that would make for great content.
All right, I'll just stop drinking now.
Speaking of which,
you can only stop drinking water if Twitch chat dares you to drink it, because then it's against the terms of
Oh,
service.
then it's against the rules not to drink.
I don't know if Austin was being serious or if he unintentionally came up with like a great framework for a joke where he was like, I was doing social eating on Twitch, but then my chat dared me to eat the tacos I had, so I had to stop. I think he might have been serious, and I admire that.
I think he was riding the line in a way that's really opportunistic for comedy.
Tyrion, thank you as well.
I'm gonna go Chaos Card the Hush.
Do it. You won't.
I'm gonna try.
You're on the Hush fight already?
No, but
Okay.
I'm gonna try to make it.
I'm like, where did you get that extra leverage? Because I'm just kind of puttering along here. Like, it's okay.
No, I'm
Yeah, it is
Necro 1.
absolutely a puttering run.
Yeah, I'm on-
Did you get Greedhead?
I
No,
did.
got Sackboy, though.
Oh,
Sackboy.
Sackboy's the best. Sack Efron.
He said he was going to stop, but then the madman kept eating them. Yo, keep it on the DL, man. Keep it discreet. He's not the type of streamer to have his biz in the streets.
This guy's just starting up.
I am so
Yes.
rusty at Isaac.
What have you been playing? Oh, you've been playing a lot of balloons.
Balloons. I've been playing a little bit of Bravely Default. I tried that
Oh.
Fury game. Did a lot of Dead by Daylight. A whole bunch of that.
How do you feel about Fury?
Us too.
Fury is fucking hard. And I play with a keyboard and mouse, so the dodging aspect is even more difficult. But, you know, I can see, like, the like and want for a game like that, and I might try it some more, but I don't think I'm going to finish it.
I played it at E3, and I played against the first boss.
Yeah.
Those boss fights are, like, really long.
Yeah,
Like,
they're super long.
quite difficult as well. It's like a 3D Titan Souls, sort of, but instead of being, like, minimalistic, it's quite the opposite. It's, like...
Maximalistic.
Yeah, it's inspired by, like, games like DMC or Devil May Cry, I guess, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard it's by people that made Afro Samurai or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't
curious
really
about
like
it.
some of the art style, but I like how I guess reactive the controls are. And you definitely can get really good, and the skill cap is pretty high, but it's a lot going on that I don't
Yeah, when
know.
I played
have
it,
to focus too
I
much.
was like, it feels pretty good.
It's a lot of focus. And then I can't read my chat as much as I want. Is there an alarm or something going off? I don't hear anything, Dreller.
I remember when I couldn't play Isaac and read chat. Those days are long behind us. Isaac actually mostly just takes care of itself now, which is great.
Dude, I'm telling
Yeah,
you, there's an Isaac
autopilot.
flowchart. When you get to a certain level, subconsciously, you just know what you're doing.
It's very
Sometimes you play
strange, though,
better.
to do such a complex thing with almost no active cognition going on.
So,
It's
and like,
really weird.
then the commentary is like an element of it too. That sometimes not like we have the most difficult job in the universe here. Like I'm sure that like Neil Armstrong probably goes on autopilot when he flies the space shuttle.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's...
But like sometimes I'll be like doing something that's actually fairly complex from an Isaac standpoint, while explaining it at exactly the same time, and then it just don't even think about it. It just works.
Yeah.
Do you think you can get that way, like, with any game, or there's some games that there's just no way? Because Gungeon is incredibly hard for me to not take damage, like, for a boss fight, even if I'm talking at all.
I truthfully believe that the sky is the limit with that
Yeah.
shit, and eventually you can probably do that with nearly anything, because I can
Yeah.
pretty much speedrun Super Meat Boy and read chat now.
Yeah,
So,
it's all
it's
muscle
muscle
memory.
memory. Yep.
I agree with that. Oh, it's the guy who did character designs for Afro Samurai.
There it is, yeah.
Also
Ah,
worked
well,
on Fury.
no beef
It's
with
not,
him.
not the development team.
I
Yeah,
don't
'cause I was
like his art style either, the main character. His hair is just like, please stop, whatever you're doing.
I'm with you on that one.
Cloud Strife style, or
It's just too, like, I don't know, it looks uneven and jagged, and it's really long, and, like, I don't know, man.
it's like Cloud Strife to me.
Work with me here. A Metallica video game music mashup album, and it's
Okay.
called Ride the Lightning Returns.
Yep.
You know, it probably has about a 43% chance of not being bad. I like
That's
Death
pretty good.
Magnetic.
Well, you're opening yourself up to some real, like, Rule 34 shit right there.
I don't understand how that could possibly be the case.
Lightning is a fairly attractive lady.
Well, it's, personal preference.
Yeah, you're right. But, they made porn out of Undertale, so...
80%.
What?
Can I just say I hate they?
The internet at large made porn out of Undertale. Is that what you'd like to hear?
No, your use of they is fine. I'm just
Oh.
pissed off that they're always doing shit.
It's like
Yeah,
the
they
man.
won't stop.
It's like they're always doing things that I don't agree with. It's like, excuse me, them. Can you stop?
Somebody's
They
to
got
put him in
shit to
check.
do. They got laser tag games to win.
Oh man. They've
It's
got more
always
money to reap
us.
from us from laser tag.
It's always us doing the good stuff. And then them doing the bad stuff. It's like, excuse me, them. Can you just work with us here?
Well, we gotta stop this us versus them mentality. Maybe
Well,
we
then
are
them
they.
No.
should stop being so anti-us. We're
Every
just
now
trying
and
to
then,
live our lives.
us are they.
No, that's...
We gotta get
we're
there in
us. They're
7
them.
minutes, guys. I don't
I've
know if
been
we
they
can do it.
before.
You're they right now, honestly, based on the...
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So you agree then?
I wish you'd be more us and less them.
Hard to do.
Ha
Thank you,
ha.
Bunny Honey, for the subscription.
I'd bone papyrus, ha ha.
Aha!
Got him.
Okay. I'd bone him too, fuck it.
I did date him in the game.
True, true.
He was like an
Hell.
alright guy. He
I'm
was
all about
nicer
that
than I
Timmy.
thought he'd be.
Lumberg fucked him.
Dude, the Temmie dating game though is so silly.
Timmy is way too hot.
What does that sound? You hear that?
What sound? Is there an alarm?
I heard like a
Oh my god, it is my alarm.
Oh yeah, there it is.
My phone was on.
It
That-
sounds like
it's usually
Windows
dead.
device being picked up over and over again.
Okay, my bad, there was an alarm, guys.
The alarm's like, hey, it's 4:30, time to wake up.
That's exactly what it said. I gotta change that. I want it to be Metallica Ride the Lightning Returns playing
Yeah!
to wake me up.
Dude, I'm telling you, 90% of, like, I don't understand anything about mashup culture, but that doesn't stop me from making broad generalizations about other cultures.
Have
Mighty
you heard
Joe
of
Young
Sand
Venus,
Roll?
man.
Mighty Joe Young Venus was like a 7. I was into it. And I don't give
Alright.
out 7s lightly. I'm more likely to give some... I actually like 7s more than 8s, if I'm being honest here. But, I think that 90%, maybe even 190% of what makes a mashup good is just the name. And if you got a clever name, you are set. Ride the Lightning Returns is already 200% of the way there.
I mean, people would buy it because it's Metallica anyway.
Oh, we couldn't sell it. We'd go to jail.
Oh, well. I mean, if
But
they,
someone could make it for free, and then here's how I deal with mashups. I don't know if you guys are the same. There are some exceptions, but most of the time, it'll be like Seinfeld mixed with All Star, and then you wait until the chorus, and you go, yeah, they did it. The absolute madmen. And then on the SoundCloud comments, you know, when it hits the drop, everyone just goes, oh, this shouldn't work as well as it does, but it does. What kind of wizardry is this? You know, and then I just turn it off because I go listen to like some.
yeah,
music.
Lars would wreck
I
'em.
think honestly, if you're gonna have a
Real
successful song mashup, the best nuance has to happen in the bridges. That's
I
where
see.
the real intelligence and complexity comes out in the compositional skills. Everybody can do a chorus, that's the backbone of the song, but you want to do
Right.
it where it doesn't count necessarily as much. Maybe it's just bragging, I don't know.
Whoa, bragging. You got some you want to share?
No, I mean, if you can handle that kind of compositional challenge, maybe you're just bragging about your skill.
I
That's
see.
what I mean. Thank you, Gat0 for the 6 months in a row, and thank you for those tips. I'll read those out in the break.
There's like a remarkable amount of talent on the internet
Yeah.
that is used to make basically internet meme mashups. Like, there is more like human skill wrapped up in making mashups with the Seinfeld theme song than probably like works at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory right now.
Yeah, but also Jet Propulsion isn't quite as widely appealing as that is.
Speak
I
for
didn't
yourself.
know that was so popular.
The Jet Propulsion
No,
Laboratory?
the Seinfeld mashups here.
Oh, dude, it's
Yeah, it's huge.
It's probably going to be #1 on Billboard Hot 200 soon.
Hey, Not, thank you for 9 months in a row. What's up, man? Let's name our baby Apache.
I don't know.
Like the
Can we do that?
helicopter. Yeah, we can do
Okay.
that.
No, now that you've clarified it's the helicopter, we're
Like the
good.
helicopter. I've been playing a lot of balloons, okay, God.
the Apache helicopters in balloons?
Oh yeah, it's a monkey helicopter. Don't ask. It flies
I don't know if we
around.
can say that either, but
It-
there's a
is.
scene in the new Wolfenstein game where a Nazi grabs you by the neck to pull you up from a hole.
can I just say
And-
so before you say that? I just want to say something. I hope it's not controversial. I hate Nazis.
Yeah, me too, man.
They're always grabbing you
worst.
by the neck and like shooting their Lugers at you, and you're like, come on, man, just let me save democracy. All right, go ahead. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
As he pulls you up, there's a chopper that rises in the background, and your character finds a way. BJ Blazkowicz, I think is his name.
BJ
He finds a way
Blazkowicz.
to shoot the helicopter so it decapitates the Nazi
Yeah.
with the helicopter blade.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, you
about
just hit
that, right?
the pivot axle. You know, you just take that out.
I mean,
It
they
just had
actually
me thinking, I was like, how about that? I never thought I'd see something like that before.
that's actually like the second lesson they give you in basic training.
Yeah.
It's like if a Nazi grabs you by the neck and drags you into a helicopter, here's how you take them out.
They've got intense training these days.
Dude,
They really
they make
cover
you do
every
50
variable.
push-ups.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we're gonna make it to the hush, boys. We got 2
Yeah.
minutes. Womb 2.
Yo, we're like on exactly the same page right now, except I'm on Womb 1.
Oh, I just hit Womb 2.
That story I just told about the Nazi in the helicopter, did that make you want to play the game more or less or indifferent amount?
Well, I mean, I like own Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
And I played it, and it was kind of like where I realized that I'm happy like these classic first-person shooters are coming back in a way that's faithful, but also like revitalizing. But it's just not for me. Like,
Yeah, I couldn't do it either. I tried one even before like the last 2, and I was just like, I can't do this. Where you had like all the runes, and you had to go down into the tunnel. I don't know.
Yo,
I guess that's every
the
Wolfenstein
tone
ever.
of it was dope. Like, I had a great time with the cinematics in the new Wolfenstein, but
if he ever goes into making DJ house music shit, he should be DJ Blazkowicz.
DJ, but he doesn't blast bitches though.
And
might-
figuratively,
You might splatter them, you know, on the weekends after the war's over, but as you're wont to
he
do.
might smush a little bit.
This is gonna be so close.
Blast the bitch.
Help!
You guys have 4th level Meat Boy?
No, I kept the
third.
first meat cube.
If I get one more by womb, I could have 4, yeah.
Oh, that's Nick, that was pretty good, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks, it's the heat. It makes me delirious, and then I'm funny, I guess.
DJ Blast the Bitch. Did I tell you, like, at PAX East, there was, like, that... This is, like, 2 years ago, before Wolfenstein came out. There was that Wolfenstein party, and they had, like, a band that was playing 1960s pop songs, but in German. So, like, they already have the mashup sorted for that. It's just German pop songs.
I made it with 4
I'm actually-
seconds.
That's very impressive, actually. I am not going to make it.
What the
Or even be
hell?
close.
I have 2 hearts but 9 lives. Oh, my heart's beating a little bit.
King, which was nice.
Oh yeah, I think I left one of those behind, not even realizing I had the 9 lives to use it with.
Dude, I've been holding credit cards since the first floor.
I got the
waiting.
chaos.
Just use it, man. You can wait.
There's been no reason to use it.
Oh,
Oh, there was a magic mush in the hush land.
Oh, dang it.
a mush in the hush.
So good.
It's like sex at the library.
Why? But okay, the
Um.
hush, I understand. Where's the mush?
You're mashing your genitals together.
Yeah, but they don't turn into mush.
He does go
Not,
concave.
not if you do it like you do it, apparently.
When you mash potatoes, the potatoes get mashed.
Why do we want mush?
When you do the monster mash,
feels right.
the monsters do not get mushed. Similarly, Alan Alda was on the very seminal television program MASH, but I've seen him in the 2013 film Tower Heist, and he's still very much intact.
You're like a pop culture Sherlock Holmes. You just put
That
all
is
the pieces
absolutely
together.
true, yeah.
That's much better than Dan Giesling describes it.
How did he describe it?
He asked me if I was, what's the word? A savant. Yeah.
An idiot savant.
Yes, he left out the idiot part, but that was implicit, I think.
Hi, Lynn. Lynn's my girlfriend. You can say hi to her if you want.
Why would I say hi to your girlfriend?
I don't know.
Doesn't
Say
make
hi to
any
your
sense.
girlfriend.
No. Dude, keep it on the DL. My wife doesn't know.
Oh yeah, worth it.
Mush is in mushroom. Oh, okay. Well, that sorts it out, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. Riding the magic mushroom.
We'll do the mash.
The
monster
mash.
Mushroom
Going.
lives
The
on
graveyard smash.
Ah, the chaos card, the true champion.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You got a question.
Yeah.
Here's a would you rather question.
All right.
Oh god.
Would you rather be the person who flips the switch on someone getting the death penalty,
Yep.
Yeah, he's like, yep, I'll take that one.
or have the monster mash stuck in your head for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you can do to get it out?
That's easy.
What
It
would you do?
depends on if the ruling is very conclusive on the death penalty.
Yeah.
It's a standard ruling, which means that they were convicted beyond a reasonable doubt, but you never know. DNA evidence in 100 years could exonerate them. We don't know what kind of evidence and
Do I get to look into the
forensics are gonna
case
make.
as if I was a juror?
Nick, don't flatter yourself, okay?
Well, why
Jesus,
else?
I just want to make sure I'm not executing an innocent person. Fuck off.
You're not executing the person, all right? The state is executing them. You just have to choose whether to be an agent
I'm the
of
one
that
who's got to deal with it.
Do you think the actual person that does flip the switches gets the leisure of doing that, Nick? They just gonna?
No, they just
gonna
go
get-
home and then hey, honey, how was
Cry
work?
every night for the rest of their life.
That would be a pretty shit job.
Well, no one's answered the question yet. Cobalt said it was easy, but he hasn't.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't want that shit stuck in my head. I'm just saying.
He has concerns the same way I do.
That's the whole point of Would You Rather. It's not like would you rather get kicked in the nuts or get $1 million. It's supposed to be ambiguous.
I mean,
So
can
if
I
I
use
don't
a
pull
stick
this-
to push it? Like from a distance, maybe? You don't have to use my
Really,
hand.
that would give you some plausible.
Can I just
innocence
fall
if
into
you
it a little bit?
use-
Like, oh, oops.
oops, I tripped.
No, there's
Oh,
like a bunch
darn.
of switches you gotta hit. It's very intentional.
What? Who is bitterinizing me? Okay, hi, thank you.
Yo, but for real though, what would you do?
I'd flip it. I'm not having that shit stuck in my head. I mean,
How
they
about
were
you, Nick?
tried and convicted.
You're gonna have something, one or the other, stuck in your head. It's about which one you want to have.
Are you
He's
counting?
right. Yeah, I
Oh
don't.
man.
It's not like you're pulling the switch on like a war criminal with well documented crimes. It's like a dude. Probably, he was convicted by a jury of his peers.
420,
but you
69
never
YOLO.
know. I'm not saying it's Stephen Avery either. I'm not saying it's an ambiguous
Highly
case. Or that,
contested.
yeah, exactly. It's just a normal, your average death penalty.
Don't get me started on Stephen Avery. I kind of want to drive to where all that stuff happened and start doing field
Manitowoc
research.
County, we're putting you on blast, Manitowoc County.
We're coming at you.
I'm gonna
okay,
crack
we're
this
not
shit
going
wide
anywhere,
open.
but I'm gonna get my
crack this shit
magnifying
wide
glass.
Tell you straight up, you're all gonna have the monster mash stuck in your head.
Thank you for the 21 months in a row, TS Mikos. Woo, that's a long time.
I don't really like the death penalty very much. I'd kind
Yeah,
of
it
rather
sucks.
it wasn't a thing. And,
We
but
should just
put
keep
in
him
this
in cells
position, it's
forever,
still,
right?
It's a difficult decision because there's a lot on the line here in every direction.
I think it should be optional for the inmate.
What did Tomo do?
He was on top of the showcase, and he saw me and he fucking ran off.
You know what I call that? A showcase showdown. When the price is right.
Sounds like somebody needs a vacation.
Oh no!
Bad kitties.
Bad, Tomo bad.
It's alright.
Tomo bad.
Tomo doesn't understand.
Our kitten got his little paws in something white and ran all over the couches this morning.
There-
And he puked on us while we were sleeping.
Oh. Why are you leaving something white out for him?
I don't know what it was. We've been packing stuff up. Like, there's boxes
I
everywhere.
heard that you were packing stuff up when there was
Yeah.
something
Making some mush, if you know what I mean.
white.
Yo, but for real.
I do
though,
love my mush.
I
the
think-
mash.
Big bananas
think
and cream.
I wouldn't pull the switch.
You'd rather do the monster mash.
I think I'd rather live with an undercurrent of the Monster Mash.
You'd
my
be in
whole
an
life.
asylum after like a couple of years
No,
of that.
here's the thing. I think for like 5 years, you'd be like, I really want to get the Monster Mash out of my head. It's driving me fucking crazy. At some point, you just let go. You'd be like, you know, the same way we don't notice when we breathe all the time, except for now because I brought it up. Like that's the same way you'd feel about the Monster Mash. You'd be like, I live with an undercurrent of the mash at all times, and that's just how I live now.
I'll tell you what happens. The day you let go is the day that you end up on death row.
Well, no, we can't
And then
draw
you're gonna
that
doom
conclusion.
another person to get the
We
monster
can't
mash.
draw that conclusion.
The curse continues.
Yeah, this is some kind of curse shit.
No, this is you're finding you're making an interpretation of the question, which is fine, but I don't believe in your interpretation. I think I'd be fine, and you know what? I think I would sleep easier knowing that, you know, yes, I'm hearing the Monster Mash a lot in my own head, but I'm hearing that because I chose not to engage in a morally ambiguous system. So, I think that I would sleep easier knowing that.
Don't give me your moral.
You know what would
Standards.
but if we wanted to make it like a step worse, what if instead of it being the Monster Mash, it was like a really soulful acoustic version of it by like an 18-year-old college freshman?
That might be worse.
Yeah, no, that's the point.
Acoustic. Okay.
Why would you want to make it worse?
Just a
Decision's
fucking
already rough.
nightmare
That's
mode.
pretty fucked up.
If you can't step to this, I feel bad. The would you rathers are only going to get worse from this point. This is the G-rated one.
What? There's worse?
Oh, we can get worse. You guys
I
don't
haven't
know.
decided which side I want to fall on.
Oh, I know you, but you're running out of time. You know what? If you don't decide within 30 seconds, you got to do both.
Oh god.
Which is in and of itself a third option because you chose not to engage with my fucked up system.
I got enough shit going on in my head. I'm gonna hit the lever.
All
There
right.
you go.
How about you, Cobalt?
I'm hitting the lever.
All right. We as a society
Taking 'em
have
down.
voted democratically to hit the lever. I disagree, but I understand where you're coming from.
I think it would be easier to justify to myself than having to deal with a constant reminder that's in my face all the time.
Okay, fair enough. You know, they did a straw poll, and like 70% of the audience agrees with you.
Right.
So, like, I understand.